For those that love listening to music and podcasts, Spotify Wrapped season is the best time of year. Just like Apple Replay, it's a personalized recap of your listening data for the year, and all the top listers have officially been announced.
Okay.
Taylor Swift was crowned Spotify's global top artist for the second year in a row. Her music had more than 26 billion global streams.
Wow.
Now, fans could not get enough of Taylor's latest drop, which is The Tortured Poets Department. And that also topped the list of the most streamed albums and became the first album in Spotify history to have more than 300 million streams in a single day. Of course, our producer Madison probably had about like half of those. Oh.
I can't wait for our next album. I think it's called Coven. Oh. As for songs, Sabrina Carpenter's caffeine-inspired song, Espresso, topped the list, and a podcast that I listen to very often was named the most streamed podcast of the year. That is, of course, the Joe Rogan Experience, hosted by the man himself, Joe Rogan.
That's right. And for the first time ever, Spotify Wrapped released the top streamed audiobooks as well.
Oh.
A Court of Thorns and Roses by Sarah J. Maas took the top spot for audiobooks. Oh, I read the entire series. I love this. I read the actual books.
Oh, okay, I was going to say, were you reading or did you listen? Audible?
I read the books first, and then I listened on Audible. It's awesome. Cool. Action, fantasy, romance, drama, everything in one book. Now, there's been a lot of debate about transgender athletes and how they compete fairly in the sports that they love and excel at.
Yeah, it's a big deal right now, especially with the San Jose State University in the new volleyball team in the news, and controversy over its transgender volleyball player on the team.
Well, two major golf associations are hoping to avoid the controversy with new eligibility guidelines for gender identities. The United States Golf Association and the Ladies Professional Golf Association both cited the need to ensure competitive integrity. So, starting in 2025, they are requiring that athletes must be assigned female at birth or have transitioned to female prior to going through male puberty in order to compete. What's your thoughts on this, brother?
Yeah, it's just so interesting because a lot of this is a very touchy subject. It's definitely a hot potato. Nobody wants to talk about it and come out publicly like that. So for the LPGA to come out and make a stand, I'm not sure if they're the first organization to do that. Of course, you might have some pushback or maybe even lawsuits. So definitely something we're gonna have to watch.
Oh yeah, definitely. I think some of the questions that they're asking are, should these guidelines be adopted by other sports? That's just a thought. Now, finally, the holidays can be a great time to connect with loved ones and friends that you may not always see during the year, but apparently too much social interaction can affect your mental well-being. According to a new survey commissioned by the Ohio State University, 56% of respondents believe time alone is critical to their mental well-being, and nearly that amount have said that they get less alone time during the holidays, causing irritability and ramping up anxiety.
Survey developers say it is important to be attentive to your need to be alone. They suggest taking time for activities including journaling, meditating, exercising, and listening to Taylor Swift music.
By yourself.
Yeah.
Or making your coworkers listen to it. Yeah, baby.
All right, model for that, Lina Girl. We appreciate that. Again, it is National Sock Day, so this is the subject